there you, and welcome to an Imperial Guard artillery fort. Currently defending this lovely village here from a gigantic swarm of 2 million Tyranid hormigons. Will the Guard be able to stand firm and hold their village, or will they be assimilated into the Tyranid swarm? As always, if you do enjoy this content, do leave a like and consider subscribing, as that's the best way to support the video. Now, let's get on with the chaos. Here we go then, Leds and Zeds. And you can see here the Tyranids have got their target set in their sights. The artillery fort belonging to the Imperial Guard is going to be theirs today, ladies and gentlemen, should the Imperials falter. Oh my, the Tyranids are going to run rampant through the entire sector. However, they do have an artillery fort over there, which you can already see is leveling out devastating firepower into the Tyranid horde, barely scratching the surface of the 2 million Tyranids that are here. On the front lines, of course, we've got the good old conscripts. They're going to be trying to hold their own here against the first wave of Tyranids that is coming in against them. And look at that, man. 2 million Tyranids are out there vying for their blood. Armored, sharp razor teeth, ready to dig into the guardsmen and slice them apart. Now, just behind them, we have got the Leman Russes, followed by a second defensive line here of Kriegsmen. Of course, what's an artillery fort without the Kriegsmen? As we rapidly approach 15,000 kills here for the Imperials. The poor old Tyranids haven't even got to the front line yet. You can see the artillery pumping out round after round, sending the Hormigons flying through the air at the moment. The front line is about to be engaged here for the Imperials, creeping ever closer with every single death. The Tyranids here now descending upon the front line of conscripts. The razor-sharp claws easily able to tear through the flak armor here that the guardsmen are wearing. In fact, I don't even know why they're bothering against Tyranids. Don't have any range here, so yeah, it's really not necessary. But the question is, can the Tyranid swarm here actually outflank the Imperials? See, we've got this long line of conscripts over here on the far flanks, on both sides here, trying to hold back the swarm from enveloping them all and getting around into the vital soft bits at the back line. But this front line is going to be where most of the brutality and killing happens here. You see Tyranids pouring into this area. They're being met with hard auto gunfire at the moment, which is keeping them really stopping from any advancement just right now. The artillery really helping out as well, though. But like I said, every hole that artillery creates is just instantly filled in here because of the sheer weight of numbers. 3,000 losses now for the Imperials on the front lines here. Some poor Imperial guardsmen have just been torn apart and thrown into the back line. Possibly even just devoured whole. Who knows? The Tyranids are ravenous beasts after all. They have lost 145,000 of them though. But you can see they've made a significant dent into the Imperial line over this side. On the far flank, where there is not much firepower as there is over in the center lines. We have got a bit of an overlapping firepower here, but it's still not helping out. Maybe there's a bit of a terrain deficit as well. That's playing into the Tyranid swarm. But look at that swarm, man. Let's go take a scoot over here. Just look at how big this is. It's absolutely stupendous. The Imperials really do have their work cut out for them. The artillery needs to just pump out as much firepower as possible. It does look like, though, that the Imperial conscript line on this side is starting to thin ever so slightly. The rate of firepower, not enough to keep the Tyranids back here, who are just cleaving their way through the poor conscripts. They are going to meet the Death Corps here, who are also combined with a few conscripts. So the conscripts are basically entrusted with holding the flanks. Most of the Death Corps are on the back lines here, just pumping in firepower. We have got conscripts over on this side, though. But look at that, man. That swarm is a scary thing. We have got Leman Russes here, ready to take up the mantle of defense as soon as the front line falters. Because it is looking like it's going to falter now. We have killed over 250,000 Tyranids here. There's 1.5 million Tyranids remaining. We've still got a bit of work cut out for us. The blood lakes are starting to form here, and so are the body piles. The Tyranids mercilessly push forward, though. Losses matter not to them at all. Look in the background. I just can't get over it, man. Imagine that many Tyranids running at you. That is a terrifying sight to behold. So far, so good, though. They are continuously pushing forward on the flanks. They're making some insane little body piles over here. Tyranid horde has not yet managed to get around the flank, though. That's the thing. They've got damn close, but they still have not yet managed to push that flank. Let's go back over the side. How are you getting on, Tyranids? Okay, so they're right into them Leman Russes now. Absolutely destroying them. But the Leman Russes, though, actually, they're not stopping. They're not faltering. They're just blasting the Tyranids at point-blank range. That is actually really effective as well, especially with that conscript line just behind them, helping out as much as it is. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant, man. There's so many Tyranids, though. They're just pouring continuously forward. Doesn't seem to matter how many the Imperial Guard kill here. Their numbers are almost unending. We have got this little weird... Oh. Okay. See, this is why I don't use the Tyranids that often. We've got the weird bug thing that happens where they bug out. So it looks like this little center section here has completely broken. Oh, you know what? That is really... I hate it when that happens. I don't know why it does it. It does it with the Tyranids exclusively. But yeah, look at that. There's so many of them that have actually glitched out here. We've got these weird little channels. Look at this weird little channel here of Tyranids still trying to make their way down the middle of all the broken ones. It's a little bit bottlenecky in places, but that's kind of cool to see. But yeah, I don't know why it does this. Oh well, we can continue with the assault here. Maybe they'll wake up a bit later. There's still plenty of other Tyranids throwing themselves at this other side of the line. Maybe that'll be enough here. Who knows? Because they have smashed past all of the conscripts now on the front line, and they are really attacking the actual death core here on the middle line. Perhaps that's what's happened. Perhaps the Tyranids over this side realized that they were up against the death core and just thought, you know what? Probably not worth it. We have still got lots and lots of Tyranids surging forward, though, because despite the fact that these guys are broken, what's actually happening is the artillery is still smashing them open, and as they're getting smashed open, it's creating these pathways for the ones who aren't broken to start rushing forward. But there is still hope yet for the Tyranids. They've got this massive flank ongoing as well now. There's 1.2 million Tyranids left. We've killed over 500,000 of them now. But the real question is, are the Imperial Guard going to be able to complete this? Are the rest of the Tyranids going to wake up here? If the Tyranids wake up, they'll surely start surging forward again, because these Imperials have been spared at the moment, thanks to the broken AI. But like I said, should they wake up, my gosh, that might be a different story. We have got still a ton of Tyranids pushing here, though, because all the ones who are awake now are doing nothing but relentlessly charging the flank. They're actually starting to outflank the Imperial position here as well. That could be bad for the Imperials. We have got another Death Corps regiment here defending at the center of the town. They may become the absolute last stand here. You can see that these poor old conscripts are just getting chewed through yet again. The kreig, though, of course, leave it to the kreig over here to start creating the first proper blood lake. And it's a little Timmy special. Get out your rubber dinghy, little Timmy. Fun for the entire family over here. Typical of the kreig, isn't it, really? Of all the blood lakes that we could have had so far, it was the kreig that made the first. And it was also the kreig that completely terrified the Tyranids into not moving over this side as well. How far back does this glitch actually go? Oh man, there's loads of Tyranids actually that glitched out. Look at all these. That might even actually be half of them. There's even all these back here. What the hell happened, man? You guys really got fed up of attacking that much? I wonder what will happen, like, when all the ones who aren't glitched out like that. I wonder what will happen when all them are dead. Will all the other ones wake up? That could be quite interesting. We're going to play this out and see what happens. Despite them being broken, despite the Tyranids not having all their full attack power here, we're going to see what happens. I want to play this one out. We are well over 500,000 kills here now. They've almost only got 1 million left. They are trying to push the Death Corps now over this side. And that is really brave of them, considering what's going on the other side of the battlefield. This entire swarm here is probably about to get melted because they are Kriegers. And you can see they've got some really cool defensive positions as well up here, with real good overwatch. Just firing down right into them herds. How are we getting on this side, though? Okay, the Death Corps and the conscript mix over here is getting surrounded somewhat. Like I said, despite the fact that half of the Tyranids are glitched out, they are still pushing this. We have lost one section of artillery guns here. We have still got these ones on this side, but they're all too busy trying to deal with all the broken Tyranids over there. Have we actually got any non-broken ones trying to push through? We do have little bits here and there, but not actually that many. Like I said, though, as that artillery keeps coming in, it's going to keep making pathways for the Tyranids to actually get through. So yeah, it looks like we've got a load up here, trying to make the way through the center. And it's only resulting in a tiny little trickle for now. But yeah, let's see what happens over here, though, because on this side, the Tyranids are having great success. They've managed to push right into here, into the Imperial lines, and are now trying to chew their way through with the Kriegsmen on this front line. But they're just standing there with the shovels, ready to receive the charge. Oh my god, so many Tyranids are actually dying on that front line. It's kind of crazy. Look at them go, man. Them Kriegers do not care. They're like, yeah, bring it on. Let's have a look how we're getting over here. Look at the body piles already that we've made on this side. That is absolutely stupendous. That happened really quickly as well. And look how many Tyranids have just started pushing this area. They've realized that there's another group of juicy, gooey men over here. And they need to be assimilated. 800,000 kills now. Cool thing is, as well, is if we kill all these ones that aren't glitched, we'll actually be able to see with the remaining amount how many were sort of broken and glitched out. It does look like this attack is petering out a little bit. Maybe on this side. All the units. Oh no, they still, I mean, yeah, as long as they're not glitched out, that's still one hell of an army that we've got to deal with there. 800,000 Tyranids remaining here. Oh man, I don't know. Are the Imperial Guard going to be able to hold out against this? Because these Tyranids do have to go through all this line. However, this line over here is conscripts. So, yeah. And there is the Leman Russes that they're still having to deal with. We've got a couple left alive over here, and they're pumping firepower right into this flank at the moment. And yeah, look, their artillery guns are still working. So, yeah, we can see that over here at least. These guys aren't glitched out. They are still trying to push forward. Oh, we've got another blood lake here. Is this one? Can little Timmy get his? No, not quite. Not quite deep enough or big enough for little Timmy. Some of the guardsmen over here risk of drowning themselves if they carry on with this kill ratio. Man alive. That is a lot that's coming in. I wonder if the Tyranids, yeah, they can't really push out through that side. Oh, look at this. Have some of them actually woken up? We seem to have got a massive push coming through on this side again now all of a sudden. Have some of the Tyranids woken up, or have they just actually managed to make a pathway through the middle? I'm not quite sure. Either or is happening there. But I'm thinking maybe just a pathway was actually opened up for the ones that weren't glitched. Maybe that's probably what's happened over here. But either way, that means that this side of the line is actually under assault now and has been distracted, which is more important. Meaning that the rest of the assault on this side doesn't have as much firepower currently going into it. Maybe they'll see a bit more success over here. Slowly but surely, it does feel like these Tyranids are pushing over the breach. They're either piling up the bodies here, or they've pushed forward. I can't tell. Either way, there is still a massive pile of dead Tyranids right here at the moment. They're trying to push this down, but they're not having that much success just yet. They're sort of running out of reinforcements as well. 650,000 Tyranids remaining here. How many of them are glitched? I've got no idea. Probably about 200,000 by the looks of it. Can the Tyranids actually push into this area, though? I mean, you know what? Had these not glitched out, the Tyranids would have won this, I would say, hands down. They really would have, because this line would have been completely swarmed by now. But we may yet see that. They may wake up. I don't know what's going to happen. That's why I said I want to play it out and actually see what happens for a change. Because I normally just quit out of these or time-lapse them when the AI breaks just to get the end result. But I actually want to see what happens if all the ones who aren't glitched actually die. So far, though, the defense on this side is really going well. The Tyranids have lost stupendous amounts of nids trying to push into this area. And it just isn't happening for them. I actually think this might be the last assault here. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's many more reinforcements coming in now. Oh my god, the Imperials actually might do this. There's 500,000 Tyranids left. Oh yeah, okay, so it looks like a lot of them are glitched out on this side as well now. Oh, that is a real shame. That is... I hate that. Why does it have to go and do things like this? Hang on, wait. Are they actually waking up over here now? This is bizarre, because this feels like it's a full-on assault now on this side. Have they just switched sides here? Have they gone from attacking that side to attacking the middle again? Guys, that's not a clever tactic. You'd built up a really good body pile on that side. But yeah, it feels like there's a lot of Tyranids actually pushing through the center area here now. Whether it's going to wake up the rest of the horde, I've no idea. There's still a heck of a lot of them. Look, there's even some really glitched over here. Really no idea why. Oh well, it's something we'll have to deal with. Will the Tyranids actually be able to push in here though? That is going to be a real good question, because that's a lot of firepower still being leveled at them. Ever since they've hit the second line, they've had a real struggle being able to get any sort of push going here. But what I think I will do, I am going to time-lapse this, but I'm still going to wait to see what actually happens with the end of the battle here. I want to see if some of them actually start waking up, or are they just completely brain dead once this bug actually happens. Look, it does feel like every now and then 1 or 2 of them wake up. It's either that or I'm just seeing other ones. Because where are all these coming from all of a sudden? Like I said, we'll be back in a moment and we'll see what happens. Let's try and get a nice little angle over here where we can actually see a lot of the bugs. There we go, we can see a lot of them over here pushing in. So, I'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I went to AFK there for about 30 minutes, and it doesn't look like, even though we've still got a few trickling in here, it looks like it was still the ones that weren't glitched before. Yeah, look, they're just sort of making their way, backtracking through every now and then. So even when all the ones who are sort of like, you know, good to go are pretty much all dead, it doesn't look like the AI wakes up still, unfortunately. Which means that did God actually win this? The artillery fort actually held. Oh my god, look at these body piles. I've just noticed it. Look at that. Holy crap. So, yeah, quite a few Tyranids did actually make it their way to that front line then. Yeah, look, there's a massive chunk of them that were coming through that center there by the looks of it. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do think we can end this one here. So, this was meant to actually be a Tyranid victory, but thanks to the glitching AI here, unfortunately, it's actually an Imperial card victory. That wasn't meant to happen, but as always, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all our channel members who help keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button below. While you're at it, go ahead and check out the merch store. We've got some amazingly cool stuff there. Links in the description below. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.